Hey, what's up? Good morning. Hello, fellow Kickass Nation, Misfits for Life. It is I, your No Excuses coach, out here with another walk and talk. My beautiful friend here, Ozzy. Say hi, Ozzy. Hi, Ozzy. O-Z-Z-Y, not O-Z-Z-I. Hey, what's up, Brenda? Good morning. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're having an awesome day in Lake Havasu, where it's probably already 170. It's going to be hot here, too. It's going to be the next 4 days are in the hundreds, 105, 106, something like that. So I feel you. But thankfully, like you building a pool, I have a pool, so I'm grateful for that. But anyways, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of most ages. Well, some ages, I guess, depending on how much I swear. But anyways, coming to you, I want to talk about self-love. Self-love is the first love. Now, I've been talking to a lot of you guys since COVID started, and I have a couple of questions. Number one question is, how have you become stronger, more resilient, more determined, more passionate, more committed in achieving your goals in your life? How many of you have lost weight, gained weight, put on muscle, gotten better, gotten stronger since COVID started? That's March. Here in California, it was like March 10th or March 20th that we went on lockdown. Hey, good morning, Joe Ingram. Love you, brother. Can't wait to see you today at 2 o'clock. War Games tonight at 7 o'clock. Thank you for jumping on, brother. But yeah, self-love. Have you been loving yourself during this time of COVID? Have you been taking care of yourself? Have you been eating right? Or have you been drinking and watching 10 hours of Netflix and doing shit like that? You know, I started doing these Facebook lives, or not these lives, but the Facebook lives that I do back when COVID started with Glenn and Ken and the whole group. Met Pamela, you know, just all sorts of things. And the point of that was bringing you guys inspiration to keep you going through a negative time, a tough time. But negative times and tough times are what grows us. Good morning, Katie. How are you? Good to see you. But those times are what are supposed to shape us and grow us. And in the conversations that I've had over the last couple of months doing these free coaching calls, the complimentary calls that I'm doing, I'm still doing those, by the way. It's pretty evident that a lot of people don't love themselves. And I just want to come out. Yeah, nice. Good job, dude. And I just want to come to this about self-love. I want to ask you a question. Do you love yourself? Do you care about yourself? Do you believe that you deserve happiness and success? You know, I think that's really where it starts. I've been doing a lot of research and thinking about, you know, where it is that we get fucked up. And from these phone calls, I'm talking to these people and it's crazy. And I'm like, I just started asking the question. I'm like, when did you decide to punish yourself instead of reward yourself? And we get into these very deep conversations about childhood situations and past experiences. They're still holding themselves responsible for shit they've already apologized for and made amends for and everything else. And combined with that, I'm seeing some of these individuals going out and posting a lot of anger and hate, you know, divisiveness. And, you know, if you believe this, you're stupid. Or if you believe that, you're stupid. You know, I'm seeing a lot of that and it bugs me and it really hurts me because I've said it before. People are great people. People are great people. I got to do this. Hey, what's up? People are great people. Morning, sir. How are you? Good. You know, it's about respect, you know. But ultimately, the reason why I wanted to come to you guys today was just to talk about that. Are you loving yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you showing yourself that you really matter? You know, some people sit there and go through the world, and I struggled with this for a long time. You know, I didn't think that I deserved love or appreciation until I did something to deserve it. Like, I just grew up that way. If I did my chores, I got 25 cents. If I did this, I got that. And, you know, what's up, Laura? Laura? Good morning, Matt. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. I'll see you again tonight. But if you don't love yourself, you don't take care of yourself, you don't put the right food in your body, you don't go out and get exercise, you don't get the proper sleep, you don't focus on the right things, you don't read things that inspire you. Last night I had Mo Nabalusi. I always screw up his name. Nabosi. Fuck. I said it like 100 times yesterday and I tried to say it right, and then every time I try to say it, it's kind of one of those fucked up mind things. What's up, Gabriel? And we were just talking about how to stay inspired. He reads a technical book every day to grow his business. He reads chapters in that. You know, how are you growing yourself and how are you loving yourself? Because the point of all of this is that if you're loving yourself, then you can love other people. You can see other people. You can have empathy for other people. You can have respect for differences of opinion. You don't have to be hateful and angry. Oh, that person doesn't agree with me. You're stupid. We must get rid of them. I must unfriend them. You know, when I say that I see shit like that, it's like, okay, so the person doesn't agree with you on one thing, two things. But is the other 95% of that person a fucking cool person? You know, before social media, we didn't know what the fuck anybody thought about our opinions and shit like that. And we liked each other. You know, it was like, hey, what's up? You know, maybe it took 5 years to find out your best friend was racist. Now you just find out by looking at their social media posts. I don't know. Anyways, life is crazy. So I just really wanted to come on there. Good morning. Good morning. These times are hard. Nice to see you still at it. Yeah. I mean, God's honest truth right now, I'm in a lot of pain. My right side is really bad. I feel like somebody shot me in the ass. I've got a nerve. I've got pinched nerves. I've got stenosis, and I'm doing a lot of stuff. Actually, I was talking to Mo last night about peptides. I didn't know what peptides were. He's like, oh, dude, it could help you reduce your inflammation. I'm like, cool, man. I'm doing Egoscue exercises. I'm doing stretches. I'm doing inversion therapy. I'm doing all these things. But I love myself enough to make sure that I don't victimize myself and say, oh, poor Chris. I don't feel good. You know, I can't do this. I got to turn around. Whew, it's bright. I can't do this. Sorry, I got to put my spectacles back on. I can't do this, you know. Every step I take right now hurts, but you just go because I love myself enough to make sure I got to keep moving. I got to keep stretching. I got to keep working through it. I can't let the other muscles get weak. If the other muscles get weak, guess what? My left side's going to be stronger, and then it's going to start to fail, and then I'll be really fucked up. And life goes that way. If you're weak in one area, you got to strengthen up everything else. Strengthen up everything else. You know, you got to fight for this. Like I said at the beginning of this, in case you're just jumping on, when COVID started, I put out a challenge that this is a time for you to regroup, reassemble. What is it that you want? This is a reset button, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way I look at this. This is a big fucking reset button on the world. And it's shaking it up. It took a bunch of puzzles that were all nicely laid out. Everybody knew what their picture was. And we put all the puzzle pieces in a bag, and God or the universe or somebody shook them all up and said, hey, maybe you don't belong in that puzzle anymore. Maybe your piece belongs somewhere else. Maybe you need to make a happier picture for yourself. Maybe you need to stop being a victim. Maybe you need to stop with your excuses. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't know what to do. Come on. Come on. Mo and I were talking about last night on the show. Go check it out. We're like, you have Google and YouTube. There is nothing you can't figure out. There's nothing you can't. There's podcasts and shows, and there's thousands of millions of people out there telling you exactly what you need to do and how to do it for free. For free. But you have to want to. You have to really believe that you can do it. And that starts with self-love. I love myself enough to push myself. I love myself that if I dropped dead right now, I'd be like, fuck, I did it. I did a couple of shows yesterday. I did a live yesterday. I was a great dad yesterday. I motivate people. I inspire people. I give out free shit. So I would be okay because I push myself and I challenge myself. Even in times when I don't feel like it. I mean, I've done so many videos on I don't feel like it. You know, I don't usually feel like getting up and busting my ass or doing my stretches or hanging upside down. But guess what? I certainly don't feel like feeling like shit. I certainly don't feel like being grumpy around my son because I'm in pain or, you know, I've been lazy or whatever. But do you love yourself? Do you really love yourself? And if you say yes, then I want you to answer this question. What are the 3 ways I show myself I love myself the most? And masturbation does not count, okay? You can love yourself that way, and that's fine. That's totally groovy. I know some people have a problem saying it out loud, but hell, masturbation's good. So there, you had it for the Kickass coach. Masturbation's even fun when you have more people involved. Ha ha! Opposite sex for me, but anyways, whatever floats your boat. I'm trying to see what the comments say. Have you tried CBD? Oh yeah. I literally have tried everything. I was surprised I didn't know about the Egoscue exercises. Thank you, Tony Rodriguez. Brian Bradley. Those 2 guys are fucking amazing. Go check out Brian Bradley. He's Tony Robbins' personal coach. And Brian Bradley did an evaluation on me on Tony Rodriguez's show where they sat there and looked at the symmetry of my back and everything. It was great. But yeah, no, I take CBD oil 3 times a day, 1,500 milligrams. I have a guy that owns a company that produces it. It's called Flower of Love CBD. It's great shit. No, I do. I mean, fuck. So anyways, that's not the point. Don't get me distracted. I'm really trying to keep my points and my thoughts concise because I know I tend to ramble and go all over the place. But hey, that's just me. That is me. I own that. I'm not, I'm going to continue working on it, but it's just how I work. So, what are the 3 ways you love yourself? You buy yourself good food? Do you exercise? Do you read? Do you grow? Do you surround yourself by people who push you, like Joe and Matt who are on here, and Mo? You know, these are guys I'm in a group with now, and iron sharpens iron. But we're dead fucking honest, and we're vulnerable with each other. We're real. You got to be real with yourself if you love yourself. Be real. You know, one way you could say is, I love myself because I don't lie to myself. How about that? I love myself because I don't lie to myself. I did one of these complimentary coaching calls not too long ago, and I asked the person, do you love yourself? They broke down crying. And they feel that their love is dependent on the love of others, and that they've lost love from other people, so they feel that they're not worthy. You know, you got to take care of yourself. You have to nurture yourself. That's what this is about. And you have to take care of other people. Go give, go serve. You know, one of the greatest gifts you can give is inspiring somebody else, listening to somebody else, giving somebody a meal, making a donation. If you can make a $5 donation, you know, Serena Buffalino, she's trying to feed the starving kids in Haiti. And I know some people can say, well, there's starving kids here. There's starving kids everywhere. Yeah. And by the way, mini rant. Everybody's all fucking pissed off about masks. How about the fact that kids go to sleep every night without fucking food? Who's pissed off about that? Huh? Seriously. Oh, that pisses me off. I mean, there's kids going to sleep out fucking food every night. How come we're not raising money for that? Me included. Come on, we're focusing on the wrong shit. We're focusing on petty crap because that's what, quote unquote, they, whatever side everything else are on, that's what they want us to do. We're good people. We're great people. The Pareto principle says 80%. I think 80% of the world is awesome. I think 20% of it's fucked up and needs our help because they don't love each other. They don't love themselves. They're angry. They're spiteful. I want this to make myself feel better. I need an ego boost. I need this to be right. And I need all this other crap. If you love yourself and you have peace in your heart, you don't need to do that shit. Because I find when I don't have peace in my heart, that's when I get pissed off and want to start smashing people on Facebook and saying, what the fuck? But then I have love for them. I'm like, you know what? Consider this. And I want to consider this. I'm going to stop. If you went through all the experiences, all the judgments, everything that somebody else went through, all the conditioning, all the ideas that were implanted, all the opinions that were planted in them when they were kids, might you be just like them? Might you be just like them? Oh, I got people behind me. Might you just be like them? Yeah, you would. We all would. So let's have some sympathy and empathy for one another. And instead of like getting mad, how about just asking a question, having a conversation? You know, back in the old days, I used to be at parties. We'd get into heated debates about politics, but guess what? We'd have a beer and we'd hug and be like, all right, that's your choice, that's mine. You know? So you'd be like, so many people are not doing that. Ask questions, but love yourself, all right? That's the big thing. If you don't love yourself, talk to me. Let me know. Reach out. I'm doing these calls. We'll do an hour session, a strategy session, help you, get you some clarity, get you some guidance. You know, love yourself. Whoops, make sure I'm not getting in this guy's way. All right, guys, I love you. Hey, put the comments below how you're doing. If you love yourself, let me know if you have any questions. Just gotta get out of the way of these people. And thank you so much for your support, reaching out. I've had quite a few of you guys reach out recently and just ask me about how do I be who I am? And that is one of the greatest compliments. Good morning. That is one of the greatest compliments that I get. They're like, Chris, you're just who you are. How did you do that? Well, it's taken me 51 years of a lot of determination, a lot of reading, a lot of coaching, a lot of mentoring, a lot of programs, a lot. I would not be who I am today without the fact that I have invested heavily in myself. I even have a master's degree in organizational management. I want to learn about leadership and communication and structure and all that shit. You know, that's who I am. But these people are struggling with just being who they are. Just be who you are. But it starts with that self-love. I love myself enough to know that my faults don't define me. I love myself enough to know that I'm worthy of a relationship that will make me happy, where I don't have to give everything I have and not get anything back. I love myself enough to take care of myself and go out and get some exercise and journal and read and grow myself. I love myself enough to get the fuck away from people who don't love me, who are using me, who are trying to hold me down. I love myself enough to break free, and go after my dreams. I love see what I'm saying? Somebody's got to get a horn. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you so much. Hey, be sure, if you're not subscribed already, a bunch of my YouTube videos are up. I just posted a bunch of walk and talks that I didn't know that were unlisted. So go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/the Christopher Rausch. I love you guys. I got to go. My arm's killing me. I ordered a selfie stick, by the way. I love you guys. Peace out. Thank you so much. Stay unstoppable.